Weather now with Jenny Woodward again. And Jenny, is there any chance that the cyclone will turn away before it reaches the coast?
That is highly unlikely, Jess. Hello again. The Bureau have high confidence in the tracking and the timing, so we are coming down to the pointy end. And just to recap, Tropical Cyclone Alfred, 600 kilometres offshore. It's made that U-turn we've been anticipating and heading southwest towards the coast. Damaging to destructive winds are expected with big seas and abnormally high tides, up to a metre above the regular high tide, causing erosion and coastal inundation. Now, the biggest impacts will be on the southern side of the system, heavy to intense rainfall. 6 hourly totals of 200 to 250 millimetres are possible, and in the 24 hours we could see 300 to 400 and potentially more. There's the risk of life-threatening flash flooding, and there's a flood watch for more than 20 river systems all through southern Queensland and northern New South Wales. The cyclone is expected to weaken to a low on Friday afternoon and track across the Downs and then down into northwest parts of New South Wales. So we've got a severe weather warning for wind and rain extending from the coast into the Wide Bay region and the Darling Downs and Granite Belt. Elsewhere across the state, we've had plenty of heat, particularly in the west. We saw temperatures 5 to 9 degrees above average, but Urandangi was the hot spot on 45 this afternoon. Pretty chilly this morning overnight in Oakey, down to 13 degrees. Brisbane hit 31 degrees, and right now in the city we're looking at 28. Onto our photos, and surfers have been enjoying the cyclonic swell, but it is only for very experienced surfers. Thanks, David. Laura said the cloud came over like a doona across a blue sky at Keppel Bay this afternoon, and a beautiful calm morning at the Atherton Tablelands. Thanks, Will. Onto the satellite, and as you can see, there's not much cloud across the country. The focus is on Tropical Cyclone Alfred, just a trough system coming through in the west and those few storms there. Interstate tomorrow, a sunny 34 for Perth, cloud clearing in Adelaide and chilly 19 degrees for Hobart. Let's look at the chart, and away from the cyclone action, we've had those storms over eastern and northern parts of the state. More or less more of the same tomorrow, but another very hot day expected in the far west. Let's check those forecasts, and mostly sunny across the north. Eastern parts could see a shower or two, and another hot afternoon with a storm out in the west, 43 for Mount Isa. Sunny over the interior, we've got a hot day again. Storms are possible north of Longreach, where they're heading for 40 degrees. And in the southeast, conditions deteriorating through the day, so do keep a watch on the warnings. Let's have a look at Brisbane now. 28 the top, showers and winds picking up. We might see 45 millimetres through the day, and of course damaging wind gusts will be developing later. Onto the bay, and we'll have winds above 34 knots and seas will be above 4 metres. And then we're going to start to see the wind and showers picking up tomorrow, with heavier falls about Thursday, and we're looking at some pretty big totals coming through Friday, and things will start to ease later on Friday afternoon. So Jess, it really depends on how the cyclone moves, as how the next few days play out.
For sure. Jenny, thank you so much. Now, just a reminder, if you are in southeast Queensland or northern New South Wales and need local advice or emergency information, tune into your local ABC radio station. You can find your local frequency at abc.net.au/emergency or listen via the ABC Listen app. And remember to keep a battery-operated radio handy. That is ABC News to the moment. Good night.